In this video, you're going to learn a very important part of playing by ear, and that's knowing and recognizing intervals. Welcome back to Butterfly Piano. I'm Ed, and this is Piano Improvising for Beginners. An interval is the distance between two keys. When you recognize intervals in songs, it'll be easier and quicker to find those notes on the piano. You can also easily communicate with other musicians about intervals. It's a part of the music lingo. You can play intervals together or one at a time. The smallest interval is a second, then a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, and eighth, also known as an octave. There are larger intervals as well, larger than an octave, like a ninth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 different letter names there. That's an interval of a ninth or a tenth. But let's focus only on intervals smaller than an octave. A second, this is the third because there's 3 letter names, C, D, E. A fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Here are some examples of intervals from famous songs. A second in Happy Birthday. So the very first 2 notes are a second from Happy Birthday. When you play a third, that's from What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. A fourth is Here Comes the Bride. So that's a fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. A fifth is from the Star Wars theme. So that's a fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A sixth is Dashing Through the Snow. Dashing through the snow. So the sixth interval is Dashing Through the Snow. When you play a seventh together, it sounds like a horror movie, like Psycho, especially when you play up high. So that's an interval of a seventh. And an eighth or an octave is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. The 2 intervals that sound the most tense and unresolved are a second and a seventh. Listen again to the intervals from a second to an octave or an eighth. It's a second, it's a third, fourth is Here Comes the Bride. Fifth, again, is Star Wars. A sixth, Dashing Through the Snow. A seventh is the Psycho horror. Eighth is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. A third again is What a Wonderful World. And a second again is Happy Birthday. Let's look a little more closely at an interval of a second. There are 2 kinds of seconds. There's a minor second and a major second. The smallest distance between 2 keys is the semitone or minor second. A couple examples of the semitone is Jaws and Für Elise. So the first 2 keys I'm playing, that's the minor second or the semitone. Remember that happy birthday begins with a whole tone or a major second. So there's a whole tone or a major second with one little key in between. There's some great ear training apps that help with intervals and chords. I like Perfect Ear for Android phones. If you'd like to know intervals really well, search for apps that improve interval recognition or apps for ear training and have fun with it. Having a good understanding of intervals is an important building block for your musical future. Knowing intervals also helps you in understanding and creating chords and scales, which you'll learn all about in Butterfly Piano. In this video, you learned about intervals and why they're useful. Thank you so much for watching. If this has been helpful, click on the like and subscribe, share this with your family and friends, and I'll see you in the next video.